peoples, it's Black Wing 2040, and I'm coming back with you guys with another top 10. Now, of course we know it's February, but of course we also know it's Black History Month. So, in honor of Black History Month, I want to do a top 10 black superheroes list. Because we all know, in the superhero community, there is barely, and I mean it, barely any black superheroes. And barely any. I mean, there are most known ones, they're the popular ones, but there are some heroes that don't get as much love as others. So this list will explain what I mean. So you guys ready for this? Cause I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. I had this planned like months ahead. So let's get started with our number 10, Firestorm. Now, most people are thinking, wait, Firestorm is black? Yes. Not because of the Firestorm on the CW of Legends of Tomorrow and Flash. In the comics, Firestorm, his name was Jason I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Jason Rush, if I said it right. And his Firestorm counterpart was actually his girlfriend. Her name was Jenny, Gene, or Genie, who knows. So his character, it was a very good, interesting part of the character. He knew Professor Stein. He didn't know, I don't think he knew Ronnie Raymond that well, but he known of Ronnie and how he was the first Firestorm. And Jason and his girlfriend were pretty much the perfect pair for a couple for Firestorm. Until when the Blackest Night came around, Ronnie got resurrected as a Black Lantern, killed Jason's girlfriend, and then it went downhill from there. So after Ronnie came back, Ronnie went back into being Firestorm, and Jason was the person being the voice in his head. So that's number 10. Number 9, War Machine. Now, War Machine is such an amazing I want the War Machine armor so bad, and it's amazing because just look at that suit. Machine gun on the shoulder, missile launchers on the other shoulders, Gatling guns on the wrist. I'm like, this suit has everything. I say this suit is way better than Iron Man's suit. I kid you not. I say Rhodey's suit is really pretty much better than Tony's. And I love Don Cheadle does a very amazingly good job portraying War Machine in the Marvel films. And Rhodey also had his love in the comic books. I never read any Iron Man comics or War Machine comics, but the first time I came across War Machine was during the Iron Man the Animated Series, and that's why I figured out, oh, like, is that a black version of Iron Man? And like, it's just War Machine. He has a soft spot in my heart, and I just love War Machine. He's cool. He's awesome. All right, number 8. Cyborg. Now, crazy thing, I almost forgot about Cyborg when I was making this list. I'm like, is there any other heroes I'm forgetting? Like, Cyborg. Like, how could I forget Cyborg, who is also a heavy hitter for the Teen Titans, one of the main leaguers of the Justice League in the New 52, of course, and he's also getting his own movie in 2020. So Cyborg definitely deserves some fame and love for this, y'all. And Victor Stone, he is an awesome Titan. He was my favorite Teen Titan until I switched over saying Beast Boy is my #1 favorite Teen Titan. But Cyborg, he had a soft spot in my heart, especially with the Teen Titans TV show, the 2003 Teen Titans, not that other, So, and I also gotta give a little booyah. All right, next, number 7. Aqualad. I really had to put this character on this list for sure, okay? Because this Aqualad, Calderon, he made his first appearance in the Young Justice TV show, and not the he first appeared in the TV show, and then during the Brightest Day event in the comics, he only appeared in like a couple of issues, and that's it. He had no source of comic book love ever since. They put him in the comics because during the Blackest Night, the first Aqualad, Garth, he got killed, he got turned into a Black Lantern, and he never got resurrected. And now they introduced the second Aqualad, Calderon, and after the Brightest Day event ended, we never heard from him ever again. So what's going on here, DC? Why are you trashing your characters? Come on. But seriously though, Aqualad, he's an awesome, awesome character. And I love how in the Young Justice TV show it explained his origin and how he's Black Manta's son. That's even crazy. So Aquaman's arch enemy has a son, and his son is his sidekick. That's freaking crazy. But yeah, Aqualad, Calderon, awesome character. Oh, I also forgot to mention, if you guys saw or watched Flashpoint Paradox, Calder is in that movie, but he has no speaking roles. So, see, they're just trashing the characters again. Number 6, Falcon. I had to put Falcon on this list because here's the thing though. Falcon is the very first African American superhero to appear in mainstream comics. So that's an achievement right there. I know I feel like I should have had him so low, but this is my list, okay? But Falcon is such an amazing character. The first time I came across Falcon was around, if you guys remember the Superhero Squad show that used to come on Cartoon Network, that's how I came across Falcon. And then we had him in Captain America the Winter Soldier, and he had a couple of scenes in Age of Ultron, and now he's going to be in Captain America Civil War. Anthony Mackie's he's nailing that role completely. I love it. And right now, Falcon is the current Captain America, but we already know they've been Steve is coming back as Captain America. So, but don't worry, Falcon is really doing an amazing job as Captain America. I've been reading the comics. He's doing an awesome job. So, yeah. All right. Number 5, Black Lightning. Now, a bunch of you guys are going to be asking me, like, who the heck is Black Lightning? Well, I'll tell you. If you guys remember from Batman Brave and the Bold, the Outsiders episode, you guys remember that kid that was black and he had a hood with a blue hood with yellow lightning streaks? That is Black Lightning. And then as he got older, he had like an afro with a suit. And in the comics, he's also a Justice League member. So he's a member of the Outsiders and a Justice League member. He did make probably only a few appearances in New 52, and that was it. But pretty much in the pre-52, Black Lightning had a lot of love. He got a lot of fame. He knew he was good friends with Batman, and he had like 2 cameo appearances in Young Justice, and that was it. But he's a character that definitely needs a lot of love. Trust me. All right. Number 4, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Now, at first when I came across Miles Morales, I never considered him like as a cool Spider-Man character. But when I watched the Spider-Verse episode of Ultimate Spider-Man, I was watching and I was like, you know what? Miles is a really amazing Spider-Man character. In fact, he's an awesome Spider-Man in general. And plus, he just started getting his new series in the comics. His first issue just released on Wednesday. And I guarantee you, a lot of those #1 issues are gonna be sold out probably in around like a week or 2. Trust me, because everyone's been waiting for that series to start. Even I've been waiting. I read the first issue. It was a iffy start, but hey, Miles Morales, he's an awesome Spider-Man, and he has a huge fan base. Not saying that he's better than Peter. I love both Spider-Men, but Miles, he is an amazing Spider-Man. See what I did there? All right, number 3, Black Panther. My gosh, when I first came across Black Panther from the Avengers TV show, the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. When I first watched Black Panther in action, I was automatically, completely just hooked by his character because he's a king of his own country. He's an Avenger, and well, he was married to an X-Men. Him and Storm used to be husband and wife, and then during the whole Avengers versus X-Men crossover, there's been issues and they divorced. it was really really sad. But Black Panther, most awesome Avenger in my opinion. He he's just amazing, such amazing character, and he's getting his own movie in 20. I think it's 2017 or 2018. He's getting his own movie, and I cannot wait for his movie to release because we've been craving for a Black Panther movie for years now. So Black Panther number 3. Number 2. Superhero Static Shock. Now, I had to say that because everyone knows, if you do not remember growing up watching Static Shock on Kids WB or Cartoon Network, something is wrong with you, okay? Because Static, oh my gosh. When Static first appeared on TV, his show was just so amazing. It had a huge fan base. I loved it. And another thing that amazed me about it was because when I was watching a Static Shock episode with Batman in it, I'm like, what's Batman doing in here? Because I never knew Static was a DC superhero. I thought Static was just, just a plain superhero. That's it. But now I know he's a DC superhero, and he's also a Teen Titan. If you guys remember from my Teen Titan book reviews, it's amazing. But it's sad though, because he's not getting any love in the comic books anymore, which is really sad. Just come on, DC, bring Static back to us. Show us the Static Shock that we know and love. All right. So before I say my number 1, let me tell you guys a few honorable mentions. Number 1 honorable mention, Luke Cage. Now Luke Cage isn't one of my favorite black superheroes, but he's a cool superhero. I mean, I know most people may find it weird because he's just your stereotypical black guy with just super strength, and his whole body is impenetrable. His whole body's pretty much a brick. Like, you cannot, if you try to punch this guy, you're gonna break your hand. Trust me. Alright, number 2, Blade. If you guys don't remember Blade is the Marvel superhero who's, well, anti-hero, if I may say, because he's an anti-hero. He's half vampire, he's a vampire hunter, and Wesley Snipes portrayed him in those 3 Blade movies. I haven't seen them yet. Not yet. Okay. Alright, number 3, Bronze Tiger. Now, who is Bronze Tiger? Bronze Tiger is a member of the Suicide Squad. He's also Vixen's love-in. Well, her and Vixen are a couple with each other. And he's a cool martial artist, and he only appeared in Batman Brave and the Bold and in the Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate video game, and that was it. So another character that's not getting any appreciation. Alright, another honorable mention, Steel. Steel is one of the Supermen that came back after Superman died at the hands of Doomsday. He's the Superman that just has a steel body with the red cape and the big hammer. That's Steel. And I'm not mentioning that so-called movie that Shaq was in, but also I did not see it and I don't plan on watching it. Okay, good. Next honorable mention, Bishop. Bishop is an if you guys remember from X-Men Days of Future Past, he's that character with with the I would say dreadlocks. He also has his kinetic power. You feed him energy, he gains power. But if he gets too much energy, as you saw in the movie, it kills him. But he's a really cool X-Men character. I kid you not, he really is. Next, Mr. Terrific. If you guys remember from Justice League Unlimited, you know that guy, that black superhero that had like a T on his face? That's Mr. Terrific. He's also a member of the Justice Society, and he's a smart superhero as well. He even in a Justice League America comic, he beat both Black Canary and Green Lantern at a game of chess blindfolded. That shows how cool he is. And the last honorable mention is Icon. Icon is a character that was made with Static Shock. He was made by the same company in Milestone Media, and then got put into the DC universe. He was in Young Justice, and he had a sidekick named Rocket, and that was pretty much he hasn't got any much love after that, and he only had like a few appearances in the New 52. So anyway, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. My number one favorite black superhero is Green Lantern, John Stewart. I'm going to explain this to you guys. I came across, I think, yes, Green Lantern he was the very first African American superhero I came across from, watching the Justice League TV show. I'm a huge fan of John Stewart. And I met the man who voiced him, Phil Lamar. He is such an amazing person. He's a good guy. Phil also did the voice of Static Shock as well. So he did the voice of two of my favorite characters. So Green Lantern and John Stewart Green Lantern, he was the first African American in DC Comics. So like how Falcon was the first African American character in mainstream comics for Marvel, same thing for John Stewart. And John Stewart is getting so much love, and he's going to appear in the DC Cinematic Universe. We don't know who's going to be playing him, but I'm so happy to hear that. And I hope for me one day, my dream is, to cosplay as John Stewart Green Lantern, because I know I could pull it off. And he's just a huge favorable character of mine. That's all I got to say. But anyway, that's all the that's all the heroes I could look up, guys, because like I said, the African American superhero community is at an all-time low right now. You can rarely find out who they are. But stay tuned, because don't think I won't forget, because I will be doing a top 10 female black superhero, because I had to respect the ladies. The ladies have did some work too, other than the men. So stay tuned for that. But in the comments below, tell me who are your top 10 or who are your favorite black superheroes. And until then, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.